Well, howdy folks, welcome back to Taheton County. It has been a couple of months since we last caught up with you. It's been pretty quiet around here since we got that grass seeded and picked up our new combine, but as you can probably tell, we've got the gleaner out, we've got the truck ready. You can even sneak in behind there. You can see we've got the header all set and ready to go, which can mean only one thing. It is time to get started on some harvesting, which is pretty exciting. Now, go around this way, you can see we've got the Ford there, and there's a reason the Ford is out, because, well, the money was burning a hole in Uncle's pocket, and he decided he needed to get something else new. And there we go. He's gone and bought himself a Kilbro's auger wagon there, model 1600. So it's not new. It is second hand, but he's got that out there. He's looking forward to getting that running in the fields. And of course, we've got our combine here too, the John Deere 9610, which we picked up in the last episode, so I'm pretty excited to get out and run that. Does mean we need a bit of extra help today, so we have got one of Uncle's mates. He's coming around, he's going to run the gleaner for us, Uncle's going to run the grain cart, and we're going to be sitting up here in our John Deere, straight into soybeans. And as it happens, soybeans and corn are all ready to go, both at the same time, so it is going to move into a pretty old busy time for us here on the farm. We do also have grass ready to go, so that grass we got seeded and planted is all ready to go as well. So lots and lots of things to do and lots of things to get moving with. So first and foremost, we are going to head on down into the big field over the road, going to get some soybeans started. So we'll get everything moving, get it all down there and go and make a start. Well, that's us down here in the field. We've just got the header hooked on up. You can see Uncle's mate's already made a start. He is off and moving. Uncle's up there in the Ford. He's ready to get going. He really wants to get these beans off. So we're just going to get down. We just need to lower that header down. Hop out quickly. Need to go and hook all the, sneak in here past the ladder. Hook the PTO and everything up. So we'll go and sort that out and then we'll get going too. Alright, there we go, that's that all hooked up. Get ourselves out of there. Managed to swing the ladder out of the way. Right, let's jump back up in here. We should be good to go. Let's just try and get this powered up. First time we've run it, which is pretty exciting. There we are. All up and moving, and first soybeans harvested here with our new combine, which is pretty exciting. So, all going to plan. I'm just looking down there at the yields. That's not bad, is it? Not bad at all. So, all going to plan, we'll take a couple of headland passes off and then we'll sort of split the field in half. I think Uncle will work from one side, Uncle's mate, Uncle's in the Ford. Anyhow, the gleaner will work from one side and we'll work across from the other, and we'll just get these soybeans harvested. So, we'll just get into it, I think. We'll wait and see. Hopefully we've got everything working there with Uncle. He's actually operating on a little bit of auto drive, which does remind me I do need to specify where we are, so just pick that one up in there and we should be able to see. In fact, if we do a bit of a test, put our auger out and see if he's going to come and unload us. We'll wait and see what happens here, because this will be a good test to see if it's going to work or not. Now look at that, everything seems to be working out alright. Just make sure he can catch up. Sometimes doesn't like unloading on the go, but I'm sure we'll get it all figured out. So it does look like things are going to work out just fine here for us. It's also a bit hard unloading with auto drive on the headlands, because you're sort of going round and round, not on a straight pass. Here would have been good, but any corners can get a little bit awkward. But anyhow, let's jump into it. Let's put together a little bit of a montage here. We're going to try and get this field harvested and possibly jump over into our field. We'll see how we go for time today to get them both done. But yeah, how exciting is this? Straight into harvest and straight into running our new combine, which is awesome. Well, that's us around the headlands 4 times. I just thought we'd unload really quickly because we need to sort the truck out and go and get the auger and everything set up down the other end. So I think, not sure what Uncle's doing there. We're only a third still full. We've still got 29% in the hopper, as you can see when we look back there. So not quite sure what he's doing, but it's generally worked out alright. Yeah, it still has its teething problems, but it is what it is, right? So we're going to go and get the truck sorted out, go and get the auger wagon emptied into that. We'll just park the combine out of the way for a little bit, and then once we've got the truck done, we should be able to carry on. It's going to be interesting because I'm pretty sure that auger wagon will hold more than the truck will, but it is what it is, right? As you grow your farm and add equipment, it is just what happens. So let's go and get that all sorted out. So let's have a look here. We've got the truck in position, Uncle's coming around with the wagon, and we should be able to get things unloaded into here if I've got everything in quite the right spot. Not quite. Let's just go forward just a touch. And there we go. Now, how much of this are we actually going to get into the truck? It's a good fast unload. There's a pretty big auger there on the front of the wagon, so we are going to get a decent amount in here, but I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to empty that wagon out before we are full. Let's just wait and see. We're pretty close actually. No, not quite. There we go, 25,000 litres. Right, well, there we go. Let's leave them running. You can see Uncle's mate's got it back over here. He's got the gleaner going, and he's going to start on the actual field proper now. We've got the headlands open. Of course, we've probably harvested half the field just going around the headlands 4 times. It does take up quite a bit of the capacity. Right, there we go. Let's go and get this emptied into one of the bins, and we'll have to set the auger up, as I said before. Everything like that needs to get sorted out, but let's go and do that. And we'll be able to carry on with some more combining. Well, there's everything set up. We should be able to just get that starting to tip. And there we go. We can see the soybeans tipping up there into the top of the bin. So hopefully everything's looking pretty right down this end. Yep. I'll zoom out and have a look up the top here. There we go. Look at that. Nailed it. First time. Right in the middle of the bin. Happy with that. Right. We'll let this one get emptied out. And then we'll be back on down to the field. And we'll carry on going. I've got to say, having that extra storage space down in the field with the auger wagon and everything like that is a nice little solution to have. There we go, last of the beans done. So let's get on back down to the field and carry on combining. Right, well, everything seems to be moving as it should, which is just perfect. And we're going to head on over the other side. Got the gleaners working from one side of the field, and we're going to work over from the other. Just the way I've set up the course play makes the most sense doing it that way. Ideally we'd keep both combines as close as we could, just so it's easier for the grain cart to go back and forth when it's unloading, but I think this should work out just as well. So yeah, let's just jump into it and carry on with a little bit of a time lapse and get the rest of these beans all harvested and into the bin. Well, we do not have too much more of the field to go and we will be all done. It's actually gone pretty smoothly. We had one little issue with the Gleaner and the Ford having a little bit of a collision and not playing very nicely together, but other than that, they've gone and sort of kept on top of each other. Stayed unloaded, just doing what they need to do. I was just hoping they are coming. So I think what we'll do, we are just about full, so we're going to let the Gleaner finish this off. I don't know whether we're going to have it quite correct on the number of passes there at the end. We'll just have to wait and see, and just watch that, because I was running on a slightly different course to what course play was. So we will just go and park up here though and see if we can get ourselves unloaded. Doesn't look like the tractor's on its way down here, and we'll just keep an eye on what the Gleaner's up to and see if they can manage to get that last part of the field all finished. Right, there we go, the combine empty. Let's just see, are we going to pick all over the row there? No, we're going to end up with one little row of shame. Right, we'll go and tidy that up. Call it a bonus row, whatever you want to call it. We will go and make sure we get that sorted out. There we go. It's the first time I've actually used auto drive and course play for combine unloading and that for quite some time, so pleased to see that I can still get it working reasonably accurately, reasonably well. Now at the end of this pass, the Gleaner is going to go and try and start working somewhere else, but of course we've worked back towards it. There's no field for it to go and work into, so we'll just have to jump into there, take over and get that all unloaded and get all the beans back into the bins. Well, it's going to take us 2 trips to get this all emptied out. 33 or so thousand litres I think in the auger wagon. We already had 6, so 39, and we know we can take 50,000 out of the truck. So we'll get this filled up and go down and empty it into the silos, and we'll come back and grab the rest of it, and that'll be us all done. Both combines are empty. Just parked them up for now right next to the header trailers. Haven't bothered putting the headers on or anything like that, or taking the headers off I should say. Got to figure out what we're going to do next, whether we're going to run down and harvest my soybeans, whether we're going to use both combines for that, or whether we split up and whether I go and do my soybeans and Uncle stays here and does the corn. I'm not quite sure. Of course we don't have a corn header for my combine either, so we'll have to come up with a plan for that to try and figure out what's going to work best. I think with high yielding corn it might actually be best if maybe we run the grain cart and truck with me and that, and Uncle driving the Gleaner. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Anyhow, let's get this unloaded and get on back down and get the last of the beans out. Must have ended up with what, 70-ish thousand litres? We'll have to figure that out once we've got it all in the bin and can do a final tally. It's the second load back here, 15,500 or so, just short of 16,000 litres, so that would have given us a grand total of 66,000 litres of soybeans off that field. We'll figure out probably, I think, about $1,400 per 1,000 litres, so whatever that is, 66 times 1,400 will give you an idea on what we're going to earn off that field when we come to sell these, well, just about this time next year. That's the one thing with soybeans, if you want to get the best price, you've got to hold on to them till well into the new year. It does make things a little bit tricky with cash flow, but we're on top of it, I think. I think we are on top of it, but there we go. That's us all done, so just get that turned off there. And we'll have to make a little bit of a plan for next time. Obviously we're not going to carry on with our field, but we'll have a chat to Uncle, figure out exactly what he wants to do and how we're going to go on and tackle the rest of the harvest. Of course, my field of soybeans and 3 fields of corn are still to go, so plenty more to get done. But that's going to do it for us for today. As always, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed that episode, and I'll catch you in the next one.